Hello, my name is Officer Sanchez, and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Can you please raise your right hand? Thank you. Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can put your hand down and you can take a seat. Can you please show me your appointment letter? Just show it to me. Thank you. Do you have your permanent resident card, your passport, and ID? Can you show them to me too? Thank you. What is your full legal name? Have you used a different name? Would you like to change your name? Okay. What is your date of birth? And where were you born? Okay. What is your current address? Can you spell the name of the street for me? Thank you. How long have you been living at this address? Okay. Who lives at this address with you? Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Are either of your parents U.S. citizens? When did you become a permanent resident? And how did you become a permanent resident? What is your height and your weight? What is your phone number? Okay, and can you please give me an email? Okay, perfect. What do you do for a living? And how long have you been working there? What do you do in your job? Okay. What was your job back in your country of origin? Okay. What is your marital status? How many times have you been married? Have you been married back in your country of origin? What is your spouse's name? Can you please spell the name for me? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Okay. Do you have any children? Are any of your children U.S. citizens? And what are the ages of your children? And what is your relationship with your children? They are your biological children or stepchildren? Okay, in the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled out of the United States in total? Okay, when was the last time that you traveled out of the United States? Okay, how many days was this trip for? And what was the purpose of this trip? Okay. Since you submitted your application, have you traveled again? Have you ever spent more than 6 months out of the United States in any trip? What is an amendment? Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? What is the supreme law of the land? Name 2 national U.S. holidays. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? What does the judicial branch do? We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? Who was the first president? When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? Name 1 American Indian tribe in the United States. Perfect. Congratulations, you approved that portion of the interview. Now we're going to do the reading and writing test. I'm going to put you on screen a sentence that you have to read, and then I'm going to dictate a sentence so you can write it. First, can you please read the following sentence? Thank you. Now, can you please write the following sentence? Flag Day is in June. Flag Day is in June. Flag Day is in June. Perfect. Congratulations. You also approved this portion of the interview. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta. Ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
Now, please answer yes or no to the following questions. Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated, either directly or indirectly, with the Communist Party, any other totalitarian party, a terrorist organization? Can you tell me what communism is? Can you give me an example of a country with communism? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Can you tell me what a habitual drunkard is? Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? And why is that? Why have you never voted in the United States? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization? Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? Can you tell me what deportation means? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays? Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following? Genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion. Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed on probation, or been paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, at this moment, I am going to recommend your application as approved. Congratulations.
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.